¿Qué pasa, vaqueros, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another shotgun episode, and today we're going to be talking all about this new crazy meta everyone's been talking about, the taped grip meta. In case you missed it, the last big update we had, which was I think last week, there was a big overhaul to a couple of guns, and then there was also some changes to some attachments. Most notably was the taped grip attachment. And before this update, it wasn't really anything special, but after this update, it turned into an absolute monster of an attachment because it increased your movement speed. Now, when it first got introduced, it was bugged. I don't know if you got to play with it, but last week when it was bugged, you were flying. If you had this equipped along with the Mark 6 skeletal grip, which is also another grip that got changed, you were absolutely flying, and it was ridiculous and so broken, so cheesy how fast you would move. To be honest, I really enjoyed it. I wish they'd kind of bring it back and have a game mode that would feature it because it was just so much fun to fly that fast. I mean, it seriously felt like you were on unlimited stim shots and you were just flying around like, I don't know, Super Saiyan mode or something. It was such a blast. It was so much fun. And naturally, some of the shotguns, well, mostly the combat shotgun, were pretty damn awesome with it. Now, that did get patched, and so now it is actually working as intended. But today, we're going to be talking about the fact that these grips are still really good. And for most of the Vanguard shotguns, they're actually really solid attachments to use. And so what I want to do with this video, which may not be super long since there's not too much to go over, is kind of go over my new updated class. I know I made a combat shotgun class video like, I don't know, last week, but of course things changed. This gun didn't really change that much, but the attachments did. And so I'm going to kind of show you guys what the new best class is, in my opinion, for the Vanguard shotguns and for the combat shotgun as a whole, because let's be honest, this is the best shotgun in the Vanguard group. It's also one of the top contenders, in my opinion, for best shotguns overall. It just has a really solid feel and a crazy amount of damage you can do. So without further ado, let's just get into the class that I recommend. If you've seen my last video on the combat shotgun, this might look really familiar, but the only difference here is the underbarrel and rear grips have changed. Now we're using the Mark 6 skeletal grip and the taped grip. These are going to give you a great movement speed bonus overall, and they're really, really effective. Also, the sawed-off barrel does help increase your movement speed along with the CGC2M wire stock, so this is my preferred class to run with it now. Of course, you can run some other things for better hip-fire accuracy, but honestly, it's so much more fun to just kind of fly around with this setup. I mean, it's not as fast as it was since it did get patched, but it's still a really fast and competitive speed for a lot of other shotguns. Now, I did compare it to the other fastest shotgun in the game that we've known thus far, which was the VLK Rogue. Now, if you equipped the 4-round mag, the no stock attachment, as well as the 6-inch revolt barrel, that was one of the fastest shotguns you could get in the whole game, in Warzone, at least in Modern Warfare. But when you have this gun versus that gun, you'll notice that the combat shotgun, even with the 12 gauge ammo type weighing it down, is still just a slight bit faster than the VLK Rogue. Now, if you have the 16 gauge ammo, which is weaker, but you are a little bit faster, you're a little bit faster, yes, but it's really not even that noticeable. It's not a huge difference. I would gladly trade that little bit of a worse movement speed for better damage and more consistency in range overall. So this is probably the best class if you want to run. And really, this is a very competitive shotgun. If you know how to run pump actions, this is going to be a really great shotgun to use. Just be careful with the crazy hip-fire accuracy. If you're jumping around, that can make it worse. But as for the other Vanguard shotguns, yes, these are good grips to run. But to be honest, those Vanguard shotguns are just not really that great. I'm still trying to find the best ways to run them, and it just takes so much experimenting and playing and trying to find the best way to run them. And honestly, they're just really not that good. But I still think these two grips might always be on your Vanguard shotgun classes. There's something so invaluable about having a really fast movement speed, and these really do make a difference. I think the fastest one I could make was the Einhorn revolving. If you put everything on it that has a movement speed bonus, you can absolutely fly. But of course, you're going to be super weak. You're going to die very quick. It's just not fun in that sense. It's fun until you actually start fighting people, and then it's just awful. But that is my thoughts on the taped grip meta. I think that with shotguns, the Vanguard ones, it's definitely going to help. And I think with the combat shotgun in particular, you definitely need to give it a try. And really, that's all I got to say about it. Just try out the grips. Let me know what you think about them. I know this video is a little shorter than usual. A lot of people like longer videos, but there's really not much to go over here. Just try these grips out. They're really good on all the shotguns. shotguns. The combat shotgun is amazing with it. You have to give it a shot. You go flying with it. But that's just about going to do it for this video, guys. So sorry I was a little bit shorter, but I'll try and have a longer one next time. But with all that being said, guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the taped grip meta. Did you get a chance to try it on your own when it was bugged? What do you think of this combat shotgun class? And with all that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.
Oh, another guy.